Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we're saddling up for Western Days in Mustang, Oklahoma. And after the break, are you ready for Google to search Oklahoma? I'm Brett.
And I am Harley.
We had a whirlwind weekend.
I don't remember the weekend.
We ate watermelon.
Rush Springs.
We did Rush Springs in a rush.
We were there a while.
Yeah, but I felt like it was like, you know, we were being shot out of a cannon.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was hot enough to be ignition from a cannon.
It's so hot. I'm just sick of it. I'm done. There's an irony to a watermelon festival. You have this crisp, cool, refreshing fruit on the inside. It's on the outside. The get to the watermelon part.
Okay, here,
Dude, it's rough.
Here is my suggestion.
Yeah.
For all summer in Oklahoma related festivals.
Yeah.
Swamp coolers.
You need
tons of banks of them.
A cooling station. I do think that I don't know how you can drink out of the little springs area. There's plenty of refreshments, and they've got, you know, I guess you would call them cooling stations. But imagine if there was a place where you could just kind of go and, you know, knock the chill off.
Yeah.
Would be nice. Misters or something. You know, that would be the only thing. And it's not just exclusively Rush Springs.
No, all summer festivals in Oklahoma. I'm
Need
telling
a
you.
cooling station.
I don't even think cooling station. I'm talking those industrial sized swamp coolers.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you got to make it happen, but boy, howdy, you know, last year, there was a little bit of a sprinkle and some rain, and the minute the sun came out, it was steam.
Yeah.
This year, you put 30,000 bodies in a vendor area.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's buttholes and elbows, body heat. Yeah, it's, I don't know.
Well,
summer festivals, get out of here.
The next, what we're talking about today is Western Days in Mustang, Oklahoma. It is getting to the cooler part of the year. It's beginning of September. It's still hot, but I think you might get in an 80-degree afternoon.
I feel like the fever breaks. You know, it hadn't been that long ago that we had some unseasonably cool weather.
Yeah.
And I think it only lasted, about 18, 24 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
Just enough to remind you help's on the way. And then it's like, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like beginning of September, you're still kind of in that. Is the fever breaking? Is Mother Nature still mad? We don't know yet, but I think we're getting there.
Yeah.
At that point. So,
well, I'm looking forward to this interview that we've got coming up. Again, Western Days and Mustang has grown a lot.
Dude. And somebody that's kind of grown up Mustang adjacent, like South OKC, kind of runs into Wheatland, and Wheatland kind of really gets swallowed up by the edge of Mustang. So having spent a lot of time raising kids and hell in Canadian County, it's grown by leaps and bounds. I think, you know, we kind of talk about a little bit, I think Mustang falls into one of those categories where I almost kind of feel like they're a little too big for their britches sometimes. I love Mustang, but I miss the events like Western Days kind of brings it back home. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It kind of reminds you 30,000 people is a lot of people, and that's what they're expecting. You know, they're expecting 30,000 people, and that's a lot like Rush Springs, but the thing is, Rush Springs' biggest dopamine hit comes the second weekend in August when, you know, 30,000 plus converges on a very small community.
Yeah, I'm going to say that you're talking apples and oranges at this point in
Yeah,
time.
it's different.
Because
it's different.
Rush Springs has a population of what, 1,200 people?
Yeah,
Whereas
1,200.
Mustang has a population, got to be 30,000.
It's got to be 30,000, and then you bring in an extra 30 grand.
Right.
And again, I think a lot of it's like we talked about with, we talked about a little bit in their interview. For some, Western Days is a new experience. For others, it's, the first weekend in September, like it always is for the last 40, 80 years or whatever. And then for others, it's a homecoming. Like, this is what we do. We come back home, we go to Mustang, we do this thing. And so, but yeah, great interview coming up. And let's just jump in. Well, September 5th and 6th, Mustang, Oklahoma takes it back to the Wild West. That's right. It's Western Days coming up. And here to tell us all about it's Jeff Hopper. Jeff, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
So we've started kind of asking this. We started with Rush Springs Watermelon Festival. We had a chance to kind of get an idea of what tradition means to festival goers and organizers. So to you, what does Western Days mean to you?
Well, to me, this year is our 49th Western Days. And I'm a lot older than that. So I've been at every Western Days, all 49. So it's just Mustang tradition.
Yeah.
And, it has a real big spot in my heart, as well as a lot of other folks that have been here in Mustang for a long time. And I'm going to say the new people to Mustang, which, we have a lot now. I was just looking earlier at population.
Yeah.
1970. So I was a kid, and we had I think 2,600 people here in 1970.
Wow.
Fast forward to today, 2025, and we are somewhere, give or take, 30,000.
People come from Mustang is slowly become like a destination, for the, we talk, you can't say Mustang. I automatically, when I think Mustang, to me, it's Fireworks City, USA. So 4th of July,
Of course it is.
for the week before, the week after, the day of, Mustang kind of turns into a mixture of a war zone and like a modern art masterpiece.
Correct. Yes. It gets crazy for sure.
So with that, and then you talk about, and there's no way to put a number on that. You just kind of have to count cars and like Roman candle shots,
gosh.
which is hard enough to do. Mustang has grown up so much, because I remember, not to take you, and we'll get back to Western Days, but I was telling somebody around 4th of July, I remember when Wheatland was the destination. We were like, we got to go to Wheatland. We'd always say Wheatland to get fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that was the only place where you could get them in bulk. Number one, number two, we would go down to the old Walmart, Walmart parking lot. That's where we would shoot fireworks off, and it's just Mustang has grown so substantially in the last 30 years. The last 10 years.
It is, everybody wants their city to grow, and it's great.
Yeah.
It really is great, but it's, I guess, to the older people and the people that have been here longer than I.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad because we don't have our little bedroom small town community anymore. Yeah. It's a city now.
When you're driving in, if you're coming in from the east side of 152, you kind of see where it, that bedroom community ends, and then where the hustle and bustle begins. And that's the other thing. And again, we'll get in. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
My mom, I was raised in South Side. My mom's lived in Mustang for 17 years, but I remember as a kid from the South Side, if we wanted to get into trouble, we went up 152 when it was two lane? I mean, 25, 30 years ago. And there was nothing out there. until you got
Correct.
to Mustang Road, and then there was the Taco Bell and the Bronx. There wasn't anything, and
That's right.
I miss. And I was talking to somebody else that grew up around there. I miss the feeling of that small town community, because look at Yukon. They have exploded. You don't even recognize Yukon now. There's old Yukon and new Yukon, and that's where I'm afraid with Mustang is that it's going to slowly try to evolve to compete with Yukon or be like a mini Edmond. That's why I like things like Western Days.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the crazy thing is our city limits are only we're 2 miles north and south and 6 miles east and west. So we're 12 square miles.
Yeah.
Now our school district is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes all the way to Northwest 10th and goes all the way south to the river, west almost to Union City.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, school district goes right up to Western Heights High School.
Wow.
So people actually, their backyard is Western Heights High School, but they go to school at Mustang. So
you're kind of
school district's huge.
School district's huge, but you're kind of are you almost kind of landlocked and bringing you can only bring so much more in, right?
We are. Our infrastructure was not built for this.
Yeah.
And it's, we just got a Chick-fil-A this
Yeah.
year, so we're moving up.
Hey, brother, don't get too down on yourself. You're getting the Buffalo Wild Wings. I get to watch them.
We are.
The walls come up
correct.
slowly but surely. But with that being said, what I like about Western Days is, you talk about it's kind of a way to bring that community back in, because it's like every other festival. Like we talked to some people at Rush Springs, where in a lot of ways it's a high school reunion, it's a family reunion, so it brings a lot of people back. That 30,000, heck, there might be half of them are just that are coming back to town. So that's what I like about Western Days. It's like you said, it's been going on for 48 years. It bridges communities. It brings the community back together. Is that kind of how has that evolved?
It has. Western Days started off. The very first one was at our old city park. And it was pretty much, we had the rodeo, and then we had that, we had some watermelon and fire truck rides, and that was about it at the first one.
Wow.
I'm gonna date myself. I think we had toe sack races.
Toe sack.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
So, yeah.
You're old. You're old, Jeff.
I am. Thank you. I trust me. I know I'm old. I feel it every morning when I get up.
You can't be that much older than us.
I'm 48, so I literally was born the first year of the Western Days Festival.
Yes. Well, I turned 60 this year.
Well, that's not bad. You got a young voice.
You do.
Well, thank you.
You ever thought about being in radio or co-hosting a podcast?
Yeah.
I have not, but one of the radio stations in town does a spot for us for Western Days.
Really?
And so, so I go down. Matter of fact, I'm going Friday to record the spot. I've done it several years now. And they also do the high school football games. And so a couple of times they've said, hey, read a couple of spots for us. So I've got to do that. It's fun. I told them, I said, hey, anytime, I'd be more than happy to. I said, I'll do it for free. I don't care. So anyway.
Well,
I definitely have a face for radio. So
trust me, I know the feeling. I was born to be in radio.
Well, I'm right there with you. So
Jeff, what's on the agenda this year for Western Days? What can people expect to do? What are the activities?
Okay. So on Friday, we start off Friday, I think about 5:00 at Town Center. And we have chili cook-off. A lot of businesses in town all get together and make pot of chili. And then they have the police or the fire. I think they rotate every year. So they're the judges for the chili cook-off. Friday night, excuse me, We also have a best dressed cowboy and cowgirl contest. It's for the kids. So they do that. We have gospel music. We have a stage up there. So we have gospel music. A lot of the churches come and their choirs or members sing. There will also be the arts and crafts and vendor booth, and we'll have some food trucks and stuff. We'll be there Friday evening. And then the rodeo starts at 8:00. And then, excuse me, then on Saturday morning, we start the morning off with the pancake breakfast at the Crossroads Church. And then we have a pickleball tournament this year that will start at 9:00 at Town Center. Then the parade will start at 10, and 2 miles of Highway 152 that goes right through Mustang. So 2 miles blocked off, people 10 deep on both sides of the road. For the parade, we average about 100 entries in the parade every year.
Wow.
So it takes, we're usually done right about noon. You know, it's been as late as 12:30, 12:45 before we got done. And then at Town Center after that, we have the arts and crafts booths are open. They're open all morning, but you know, not everybody, but hopefully most people go up to Town Center to see that. Have a car show. We have an art show. We have a pet show. We have Chuck Wagon Cook-Off. We've got one guy that's lived in Mustang for years and years, actually has a chuck wagon. He travels all over the country cooking. Goes to Cheyenne, Wyoming, to the rodeo up there in Cheyenne every year. He's actually won that a couple of times. And there's literally, I'm going to say hundreds. I've never been, but there's several chuck wagons that go to that. So Jack has won that a couple of times. Really good food. And this year we are having Wingo, which is it's bingo, but it's Wingo because it's, you know, Western days. So
There
it's
we
Wingo.
go.
So we're having bingo from noon to 5. And we also forgot Saturday morning we have the Stampede Fun Run in 5K.
Oh man, where's it?
So I don't really understand.
How am I going to be in a chill? How am I going to eat chili and do a 5K?
Very carefully.
Very carefully.
Yeah.
Do they have a walking category? Or waddling?
They do.
Yeah.
You can actually yes. So, you know, again, just, you know, be careful.
Now I'm looking. I've got two lines of thinking here. I see the chili cook-off. I'm like, man, I can't even think right now. I'm trying to get to a cucumber salad. Like I need something cool and refreshing. But then I'm like, chili means cooler weather. It means it's ushering in a new season.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And that's the, I guess, crazy part of Western days. It can be 65 degrees that weekend, or it can still be 100.
Oh,
you never know. You never know what you're getting.
You just never know. You know, it's like with festivals, I keep asking questions and nobody's answering them. Why can't we have like Winter Wonderland Fest? You know what I mean? Where it's nice and cool. And
Chickasha does.
Yeah, sorta. But they have to.
Sorta.
I've been there when they had to blow in their own snow. Like
that is true.
I've seen that. I've also. It hasn't been that long ago. I wear shorts year round, but I wore shorts and a long sleeve shirt on Christmas Day. So, I mean, I get it.
I do too.
There's just not a lot of festivals. And the other thing, like all these music festivals, August 1st, I'm like, no.
Yes.
July 29th, no. How about October 21st?
There you go.
I love
I'm
outside. Yeah, I tell people all the time, I don't mind working and sweating, but I can't I can't enjoy it. It's like walking and chewing bubble gum, but I can't sweat to death and enjoy something at the same time. I just can't do it.
I don't want to sit in a lawn chair and sweat.
Yeah, me either. It's not worth it.
It's no.
So Jeff, you said you shut down 2 miles of State Highway 152.
Yes.
How big of a pain in the rear is pulling that off?
I'm sure the first few years was rough, and the hard part is 152. Now at the west side of town, 152 is shut down from Highway 92 all the way to 81 right now because they're widening it. But typically 152 is the oversized truck lane for this part of the state, which is why they're widening it. So there will be trucks piled up on the east side of town waiting for the parade to be over so they can go through town. Had to get the okay from the state to get that done, which we have. It's, the police shut it down at 9:30, so it's usually, not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
And the state knows, that's happening, so I guess they can reroute trucks. But we have Action Safety or whatever, one of those companies. They come out, they provide cones. So we leave 2 lanes of traffic going east and west until 9:30. Which is still, people every year still pull out of an addition, and we have officers at every addition, whatever. Hey, you got to go east. You can't go west. Well, I got to go to work. Well, sorry, you're going to have to go all the way around. And it's like, people are like, why are you having a parade today? It's like, did you just move in last night?
Right.
I guess we take it for granted, that everybody should know it's Western Days.
Right.
Well,
but
if they got with the program and just decorated their car, they could pull right in there and go with the flow of traffic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the other thing. You've been doing it for, 48 years, dang near 49 years. Like, how new to town do you got to be? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well, so, Jeff, as far as it sounds like you've got tons of vendors. It's fully loaded. The schedule is loaded for bear. What is the best way for people, or is it too late for vendors to sign up? And if so, what's the best way to find out?
So all the information is on MustangWesternDays.com. And that has the full schedule. There are ways to sign up for, if somebody wanted to play in the pickleball tournament, there's a way to sign up for that. Information on everything.
Nice.
So they can go to the website, get all the information. If they wanted to be a vendor or if they had a food truck or whatever, they can go to that and fill out the entry form and send it in.
What's the cutoff for that, though?
So for the events like pickleball, fun run, all that stuff, I think they can probably go to up until the day before.
Sure.
The vendor booths, I'm going to say maybe the week before.
Awesome.
That's not really, I don't really do that.
Right.
I'm the chairman I'm the committee chair.
Jeff, if I get food trucks trying to sign up a week before and they're like, well, they said, I'm going to say, you need to talk to Jeff. That's what
if they, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm kidding. I'll just send them to Lock Supply.
Partially, that's why I'm the committee chair, because I don't mind telling people no.
Right.
But the main reason is because I missed a meeting.
Well, if all else
honestly,
if all else fails, we'll just turn Lock Supply's parking lot into like a food court and just have all the food trucks show up over there that,
hey,
that
we
got
can do
denied.
it. We have a store in Mustang now, so we can absolutely do that.
Absolutely. Well, Jeff, we appreciate you coming out and hanging out with us. I'm glad we can make it happen, and we're really looking forward to another stellar year for Western Days in Mustang.
Can't wait. It's going to be great. People out there listen, if you've never been, it is absolutely something you need to come try at least once. It is great. And I appreciate you guys having me on and
absolutely.
letting me share about our celebration.
Jeff was a lot of fun.
He was a good sport.
He was.
And I'm 100%. He has a young man's voice.
He really does.
Let me
younger
man's voice.
Yeah.
I really think he has a future in
podcasting. Yeah. If I need to find somebody that's a little more reliable.
Yeah. And if you have plumbing, electrical, heating and air issues,
he probably knows.
He knows a thing or two. He's got that on lockdown.
Yeah.
You see what I did there?
I did. But if you want more information on Western Days, it's mustangwesterndays.com.
Yes, sir.
I think there's a better than fair chance that if you head out to Western Days in Mustang, that you might run into a couple of guys from the Only in OK show.
There's a chance.
There's always a chance.
Yeah, you're saying there's a chance. With us, there's a pretty good chance. We make the rounds.
I don't know. I don't like the way you put that, but
you don't like that we
get around.
We do get it. I don't like how you put that. We go places. Quite a bit.
Well, coming up after the break, I think we're all curious as to what you get when you Google Oklahoma. So our partner for today's show is Enid SOS, or Enid Street Outreach Services.
Listen, if you're not working with Enid SOS, you're Enid SOL. I'm just kidding. But yeah, they're a local nonprofit providing services to low-income, hungry, and or unsheltered members of the community around Enid.
Yeah, their program works with outreach, food, showers, clothing, shelter, medical needs, and advocacy. And just some of the things they do, distribute nutritious meals to those who are struggling to find food, connect individuals to medical services to address their health concerns,
provide shelter options for those experiencing homelessness. Enid SOS is only made possible through contributions from volunteers and donors just like you. I stole that from a commercial. It's made possible from sponsors.
Sounds like like PBS thing.
It was like their fall thing, telethon.
But seriously, guys, if you can volunteer your time or donate some essential items or make a financial contribution, everything that you give makes a huge difference, and it all goes straight to them. To find out more, go to their website, enidsos.org. All right, Brett.
Yes.
So our news story today from Channel 9 News.
Channel 9. We've been doing some news from 9.
We have.
Yeah.
So Google Data Center in Oklahoma, what the company's $9 billion investment means for the state.
I tried to Google it, and it said error.
Error 404.
Yeah, it bounced it back to me.
Yeah, they said, did we say 9 billion?
Yeah, we meant million with an M, but 9 billion.
Yeah, so the Alphabet Chief Investment Officer, Ruth Porat, says the project aims to make Oklahoma an engine for growth in artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and technology-driven industries.
I think I stand corrected. When we first started talking about AI, I was like, is this really going to be a thing? You're like, nah. But every third poster or show art or something now, AI is, I know people that solicit advice from ChatGPT. I have actually tried it. I didn't use the advice because I'm terrible at taking advice from humans and or artificial intelligence, but AI is on the way. And Google's at the front lines.
It is, but I like the approach that they're taking. So one of the things that they announced is their workforce initiative to address a nationwide shortage of electrical workers.
Yeah.
So they partnered with the National Electric Contractors Association and awarded a grant to increase the number of apprentices in Oklahoma by 135%.
That's insanity.
Dude, it's smart.
Yeah.
Because when you think about all of the work that they're doing, it's all electrical.
Yeah.
So you need electricians that can work on this stuff, that can build the new factories, that can build the new data centers. And there is a shortage of people that do that kind of work.
And I tell people all the time, find a career path where you can't get replaced by a robot or AI. And I think there are going to be, my dad would always say, you're always going to need a ditch digger. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with digging ditches because at the end of the day, someone's got to build the machine.
No, I agree with that. But the money is going all over the place. Different programs. They're working with a bunch of the universities in Oklahoma to expand the STEM programs and all of that sort of stuff. It's going to make a huge difference, but I don't know that it's going to make the difference that people expect.
Yeah.
Like it's coming from some pretty weird angles.
Yeah, I think there's still so many things we don't know about a lot of the things that they're rolling out. I mean, it's great for infrastructure in Oklahoma. It's a good look, but how soon? What's the timeline?
I think a lot of this stuff's rolling out right now, but when you're talking about the data center in Pryor, and then they've got another facility that they're putting up in Stillwater.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of activity, but like I said, it's not all just we're going to build a building and put some computers in there.
Right. Well, it's an ever-changing, evolving story. We've been breaking news. We're not breaking news, okay? But we've dropped a couple of knowledge bombs that have not blown up in our faces, but we know the minute, unless we see dirt flying or ribbons cutting or Google mobiles pulling up, I'm not seeing Google Earth mobiles driving around trying to sketch the area out. I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, I mean, some of it's already happening, but
some
of it's not going to be visible.
Right.
Them adding STEM programs at OU or OSU.
Right, it's not visible.
You're not going to see that.
I'm not going to see it. You're right.
But it's happening. So I'm excited about it. We'll include a link in the show notes if you want more information on it. But it's going to help no matter what. And I don't see any downside to it, honestly.
Well, by this point, we have been baptized, anointed in the smoke, in the sauce of the Barbecue Tournament of Champions.
Yeah.
I think this is the one. This is the one thing since we've started doing this show that's put us through the paces. I mean to tell you, we are the pariah of the barbecue community, but there are some, a select few that appreciate what we do.
There are, and I think it's more than you think.
I don't know.
So we do have some feedback that we want to talk about, and it's from Misfit Pits Barbecue. Jeremy at Misfit Pits.
Dude, Jeremy Trickler, what a salt of the earth guy, no pun intended.
You had sent me the note that Jeremy sent you.
Yeah.
And it made me go take a peek.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of positive comments from the other people in the Barbecue Tournament of Champions. So
it's been hard to glean. It really has been hard to glean anything.
For starters, Oklahoma Smoke Barbecue went out of their way to make sure that Jeremy and Misfit Pits Barbecue knew that they appreciated the way they had carried themselves throughout the tournament
Mm-hmm.
and how pleased they were to be involved in the whole situation. And that's not the only one. Heavenly Barbecues made similar statements. Countryman's made similar statements.
Yeah.
But right now it's down to Misfits and Countryman.
And I mean, rightfully so. They're two of the best. They're
Dude,
two of the best out there.
I told you my top 5
Early on. And Countryman and Misfit Pit Barbecue were both in there. Right in there.
But this feedback from Jeremy over at Misfit Pit, I'm just going to read it real quick. Brother, come what may, thank you guys for all that you do to support local businesses in all of the different communities throughout Oklahoma. You all travel far and wide to bring awareness to these businesses. Misfit Pits Barbecue and I love you guys and cannot thank you enough. Harley and Brett are the real champions.
Listen, there's been some sour grapes.
There have.
And that's not a side. I haven't seen it as a single side option on any of the barbecue menus. It's been a secret menu option that's been served to us a few times. And I get it. At the end of the day, I know, and you're going to probably, play me off the stage. At the end of the day, if you've made it to this far of the episode, hear what I'm about to say. In the very beginning, we said, what's the best barbecue in the state of Oklahoma?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Step 1. And we're going to do this. We're going to talk about this again when we announce the winner coming soon. Number 2, we went through each one and we picked based on how many times who the 16 were going to be.
Right. From the nomination list.
The nomination list.
Yeah.
That was determined by you.
The public.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Of that pool, did we do a great job of bracketing them together? I don't care. Here's the thing. If you think that 2 top tier if you go to a barbecue competition, every single one of those teams deserves to be there.
Well, so here's the thing. When people talk about the bracket and who was matched up against who, let's be honest. There was a monster in that field.
A monster.
Butcher Barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was convinced they were going to
run the table.
Everybody out of the water.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
We could not predetermine who should have been up against who because, like, from our perspective, one of the people in the finals, one of the people in the final matchup is a food truck.
Hang on, back up.
Well, was a food truck.
Not even a truck, dude.
Trailer, sorry.
A trailer hitched to a truck.
Yeah.
Would you have thought pulling up to Manford, Oklahoma to eat Misfit Pits Barbecue when you saw the trailer? You thought it would be, because everybody that said Misfit Pits, they were a fan favorite from the jump.
Right.
We couldn't deny them being in there.
But when you look at the numbers, just the sheer numbers, Misfit Pit Barbecue has 5,000 followers on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Butcher Barbecue has 35,000 followers on Facebook.
I mean, the math. I mean, it's not even that the math's not math. They've been the favorite since the beginning.
Right. So the design of we couldn't have predicted the way this is going to go.
Mm-mm.
So you can't complain about that. And as far as it being a popularity contest, yeah, that was kind of the point.
And let's be real, of which of the barbecue places had we had, and let's be fair, let's be completely honest, had we had before putting them in the top 16? I had Butcher.
I had Butcher, yeah.
We had fat tabs at the event down at Wheeler
We did
Park.
have fat tabs.
Oklahoma Smoke. I'd had that a few times.
Yep.
I feel like I'm missing something.
You are.
You've had Kings. You had Kings before, but it's been a minute.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like that's the other part of it. It's not
Smoking Joe's.
Smoking Joe. It's not like we had any. We didn't have any prior knowledge to help. I don't. You're telling me that this is the number one. These two shouldn't go together. How would I know that? I don't know that.
Yeah.
So there's no way to.
No, there wasn't.
Because someone would have pissed and moaned about.
No matter how we matched it.
It doesn't matter.
But at the end of the day, the whole thing was about shining light on Oklahoma barbecue, and damned if we didn't do that.
I'm willing to. I don't care who you are or how hurt your feelings are or any of that. If you're going to sit here and if I had to put a truth serum in you, and you're going to sit here and tell me you didn't sell any barbecue because of that,
Yeah, I'm calling.
I'm going to call bullshit. I'm not just saying
the number of people that have if you just went through all of the comments and searched for what's the address of this place, dude, that happened 1,000 times.
1,000 times. There were people that were basically using the bracket like a damn barbecue passport.
Right. Which was the intent.
That's the intention
worked.
all along. It wasn't about, it doesn't matter what your fantasy football barbecue list was. It literally was never to say you're better than 100 or 500 or 1,000 different places. We literally took the top ones. Have we missed a bunch? Sure. Is there probably some that should have been on there? Not our fault. You can bitch about how we put the bracket together. Sure. Did we slow play? Did we drag our feet? Probably. We got stuff to do. But in terms of who's on it, and there couldn't be, honestly, every single barbecue restaurant on the bracket deserved to be there. Or, I mean,
It was, we literally took the top 16 based on the number of votes
exactly
for the nominations. So it doesn't matter. We did everything to the best of our ability, but more importantly, I think Jeremy's response is the right response.
And it's something that, when I'm down and out and I'm thinking about it, when I meet here's the thing, I meet people in public that don't say, man, way to go on that burrito. They say, man, I like what y'all are doing. Keep doing it. It shines light on small businesses. Keep doing what you're doing. We really enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, I would say it's 75% of people approve of what we're doing. 25%
Our trolls
are bored.
That's a distinct possibility.
And I don't care what your taste is. I don't care what you're into. If you're into us, we're into you. It's the Only in OK Show. New episodes, new stuff all the time. The Barbecue Tournament of Champions is coming down to the wire. Quite literally, two of the best barbecue titans in Oklahoma going head to head.
And by the time you hear this,
You will already know.
I think it will be done.
So we'll say it like this then. Two titans went at it. Go eat them. Come get it. It's the Only in OK Show. Peace. No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. You're not getting the last word. God bless America.
You always get the last word, but you're not allowed to turn our outro into a train wreck. This has been the Only in OK Show. I'm Harley.
And I'm Brett.
And we're out of here.
Peace.